Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 388.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love.
Let fate control your body.
At the beginning, there was written.
Come follow me, yeah. It's love, hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving,
Hello,
I'm finding.
good to be back again. Some more UFO videos to look at. Hello, anyone out there? I'm not to talk to aliens because humans are useless. Probably have the aliens watching me, but not the humans. Okay, so it looks like it's all up and running. I better check the audio first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds good this end. So I assume it's all working. Yeah, so what have we got today? Okay, so we got large space. Let's see. I better talk about the front bit first. Welcome to the OD channel, Live-388. Large spaceships in deep space. John. Let's see if we can figure out some of his stuff. And third phase of the moon. BS UFOs again to go through. Same-o, same-o. Like I said, I got so much to cover. Not enough hours in a day to prepare for it all. As you can see, I got a few tabs here. So, first of all, I'll just start with the first tab here. Now, Tyler, recapping Tyler's video that we did the other day. He was talking about the Pancreas, that is life-threatening, and he may have limited lifespan left. Well, let's find out about the Pancreas and see if his stories pattern out to be true or semi-true or what. See, it's going to be too big, I suppose. Stupid page. How to get rid of that stupid header. The digestive process. What is the role of your pancreas in digestion? So, first of all, we've got to understand it. And your pancreas plays a big role in digestion. It is located inside your abdomen, just behind your stomach. It's about the size of your hand. During digestion, your pancreas makes pancreatic juices called enzymes. These enzymes break down sugars, fats, and starches. Your pancreas also helps your digestive system by making hormones. These are chemical messengers that travel through your blood. Pancreatic hormones help regulate your blood sugar levels. And appetite, stimulate stomach acids and tell your stomach when to empty. So that's a breakdown of it. Does have a few enzymes to break down meat and cheese and stuff. Your pancreas creates natural juices, and of course they break it down to lots of different names. You've probably heard some of these anyway. Lipases, the enzymes works together with bile, which your liver produces to break down fat in your diet. If you don't have enough lipases, your blood will have trouble absorbing fat. So that's like stuff they use for statins, controlling your lipids, which are attached to the veins, isn't it? The arteries, the wall of the arteries. Gradually block up your heart if it gets too fatty. Fat absorptions, poor fat absorptions includes diarrhea and fatty bowel movements. Insulin. Okay, we don't need to go through all that. Pancreatic cancer, about 95%. Pancreatic cancers begin in the cells that make enzymes for digestion. Not having enough pancreatic enzymes for normal digestion is very common. Okay. Include weight loss, loss of appetite, indigestion, and fatty stools. Well, Tyler looked pretty healthy in the face there. Chubby in the face. If anything, he's putting on weight. So, Tyler. Pancreas. It's a strange word. What is it, Latin or something? Oop, was it not typing? So we now know what it's used for. Next stages. The effects of drug abuse on your pancreas. And this is quite interesting, I thought. Remember that he was addicted to drugs and booze at the age of 15, and he's meant to have had this condition for 20 years, and he's 35 at the moment, so that puts him back at the age of 15. So it just goes to show what decisions you make in your teens can affect you for the rest of your life. So it's worth knowing this stuff and passing it on to your children. Many of the effects of drug abuse on our bodies are well known. Often because of denial about our drinking and drug problems, we pretend that our bodies can handle the effects of alcohol and other drugs that adjust to our intake, and that our bodies work as efficiently as they always have. Let's see. However, too much of anything is never a good thing. And in the case of heavy drinking, the pancreas is one of the organs that takes a heavy hit. What exactly are the effects of drug abuse on your pancreas? To understand the effects, we need to know more about the pancreas. Okay, so we've been through what that is, what it does. Enzymes and hormones. Effect of drug abuse on the pancreas. The most pronounced substance abuse damage to the pancreas is done through alcohol abuse. So binge drinking is not good. But damage can also be caused by heroin, cocaine, and prescribed drug abuse. Okay, so we know he was on prescribed drugs. Heavy consumption of alcohol causes pancreas to stop secreting digestive enzymes, because that could explain why he was losing lots of weight there at one stage. When you see him in that DUI thing, he's only half the man he is now, right? So if he had a problem with his pancreas, why was he drinking and binging on drugs again? A stupid thing to do. And no wonder it collapsed. It would have been alright if he didn't get onto that. After he was filming his documentary, remember I said in the episode, and he got tempted again. So he got off it just before 2011 problem. Well, probably been off it a couple of years before that. And then stupid gets back on it in 2019, is it? 2020, around about that time. Heavy consumption of alcohol causes pancreas to stop secreting digestive enzymes, keeps these enzymes inside and essentially digests it itself, damaging the organ tissue, so that's why it swells up. Now I had a similar problem with my gallbladder, which stores bile from the liver, but it also has enzymes, I think, from the pancreas. It's like a storage thing. But anyway, we're not talking about that. But it has the same pain. They say the pancreas and the gallbladder pain is equivalent to childbirth. So, yeah. And oddly enough, tramadol, which is an opiate-based one, is said to be one of the best things for pain relief for it. So if you're addicted to them, obviously you're not going to get those drugs for the pain relief. Of course, if you use them and abuse them, they're less effective as well, and you have to keep taking higher and higher dosages. That's why I don't take them unless I really, really need them, which is very rare for me to take painkillers at all, even other ones, because I know that it makes you into a zombie. And it just masks the pain, and you just make it worse, right? You just bend down thinking it's okay, and then you got your back pain again. Inflammation leading to symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and so on. And heart fast rate. This is information before the condition progresses to what's that one? Chronic pancreatitis. This can result in a severe damage to the organ and the development of diabetes, two effects of drug abuse that you want to avoid. Yeah, I got diabetes as well. It's funny though, I wasn't diabetic, and when I did become diabetic, that's when I started having internal organ problems. So yeah, I can see it's all related now, but we don't know all this stuff in our 20s or 30s, and internet, like we can look up stuff now and learn, wasn't even available when I until 1998 for me, 1998, not long ago. So yeah, in the 30s we didn't get internet. Yes guys, a sport today. So there you go. So drugs may have created his condition, or made it worse at least. I should copy it in case you want to reread it. Drug abuse. Drugs on pancreas titus or whatever. Do that. Hey, Area 51, it's you lurking, was it? Or was that someone else? It'll probably go up to 2 now, is it? It hasn't done yet. I don't test this Twitch. How am I sounding out there? Still not crackling? Because I had to do a few updates here. Yeah, it looks like it's alright at my end, so I guess it's yours. Clear as a bell. Cool. So I'm just going over, do we believe Tyler's story fully, you know? To me, it looked like he was quite healthy when he did that video, right? Ah, did it? Okay, made you update Windows, was it, or smartphone? So, the question is, can you live without this pancreas? It looks like it's a major organ of your body. And sure enough, can you live without a pancreas? Yes, you can live without a pancreas. You need to make a few adjustments. Obviously, it's going to be a few adjustments and lots of pills. Your pancreas makes substances that control your blood sugars and help your body digest foods. I think you have to take like 14 pills, and then you got diabetes and insulin injections on top every day. So yeah, it's a bit like taking probiotic pills, I guess, that help you with your digestion. Surgery to remove the whole pancreas is really done anymore. Okay, that's what he had, right? However, you might need this surgery if you have pancreatic cancer, severe pancreas, or damage to your pancreas from an injury or drug abuse. Thanks to the new medicines, life expectancy after pancreas removal surgery is rising. Your outlook will depend on the condition you have. One study found that the 7-year survival rate after surgery for people with non-cancerous conditions like pancreatitis was 75%, 76%. But for people with pancreatic cancer, the 7-year survival rate was 24%. So if you lose it, it sounds like on average you got 5 years. So you can live with it if you want to, but obviously science could improve in that time period. If they don't spend it on wars instead of put it into research on curing diabetes and this sort of condition. I'm surprised they haven't worked out how to grow new organs for the body. I think they're going to get there eventually in the future, right? They're already growing meat that you can eat in the lab, right? So you can go into space and it just keeps on, you don't need an animal, it just keeps growing this meat from cells. Sounds pretty disgusting though. Okay, what do we got here? Yes, it made me update to Twitch. Yes, many diabetes have a failed pancreas. Yeah, that's me. Well, mine's struggling. Probably alcohol-induced pancreatitis. Yeah, that's why I only drink alcohol really rarely as well. I do enjoy it, you know, but I don't binge. I normally just have one. But yeah, I do enjoy my bourbon. A glass of bourbon. It's good for pain relief at least, but not good for the pancreas. So yeah, it's got a lot more information here. Conditions that affect the pancreas: chronic injury to pancreas, hyperinsulinemic, hypoglycemia. That's obviously to do with sugars, is it? Insulin, which makes your blood sugar drop very low. Hyperglycemia, is that how you say it? I get that sometimes too if I take too much insulin. And removal surgery. It sounds pretty long-winded surgery too. Surgery to remove your whole pancreas is called a total pancreatic-otomy. Because other organs sit close to your pancreas. The surgeon may also remove your duodenum, the first part of your small intestine, your spleen, part of your stomach, your gallbladder, part of your bile duct, some lymph nodes near your pancreas. Sounds pretty major. So, at least we understand it now. So, they cut away part of his organ, and that way it's not gone completely, and it could heal, I suppose. I suppose they cut away the bad bit, and if it doesn't come right, they take the rest of it out, I suppose. But like what they're saying here, and you might get up to 7 years extra to live. Oh well, karma is a bitch. Yeah, so yeah, makes you think twice about alcohol, doesn't it, now? And certainly painkillers. And what's interesting too is this, I found. Cancer experts say Apple's former CEO Steve Jobs could still be alive had he had surgery earlier. Now he had pancreatic cancer. Alright. It won't go down for some reason. Okay. So he tried this. He was a vegan, right? He never ate any meat. Alright, there he is. He sort of wasted away there at the end. So he was like on the starvation. There we go. Let's see. Can we get rid of that? Okay, so we got rid of it. The anti-ad blocker nonsense. Yeah, so CEO refused to allow surgeons to perform what could have been life-saving surgery. Okay, and it won't scroll again. The anti... I suppose we have to put up with ads. Let's just try it. I could probably hack around it eventually, but probably not worth it. Was there anything useful on here though? Doesn't say much more, does it? Silly man, that's what I say. He believed in being a vegan and doing all that crazy other non-chemo / surgery type methods. And he died from it. Didn't save him. So I don't know if that was any use to you at all. But I did actually learn a bit from those pages. I didn't know all that. Steve Jobs, now we can get on to UFOs. So that's took a bit longer than I expected. Alright, so first up, Suppose we better do third phase. So we need to bring up their site. It's quite hot here overnight and this morning and now. I turned off the fan, so hopefully it doesn't get too hot. But I can't seem to get my position right with the pillows on the bed today. I do hurt a bit. And I forgot to take my insulin jab last night after dinner, and I woke up really horrible this morning. So yeah, I'm probably feeling the effects of high sugar all night and not knowing about it. It's kind of stupid to forget to take your medicine, isn't it? So new videos come out after we finish last, so let's just go through them quickly. I'll try to. Oop, okay. So the first one is this silly video, and I'll just play a wee bit of it under fair use and give it a downvote because it's stupid, but anyway, we'll just go through it.
What is this?
Okay, is it too loud?
Yeah.
If it gets too loud,
Now
it
it's broad
crackles.
daylight. Well, not broad daylight, but
Light enough to see
light
that he's
enough. And there go another airplane flying over top.
Man, or you
I
don't.
wasn't expecting to see anything this soon.
Wow, this is crazy. What is that?
I don't know.
Wow, too bad your camera not picking it up clear. I mean, it's picking
This
it up
is
clear.
10 times, but this is
Look at
definitely
that.
what we saw yesterday, right?
Look at the little dot next to it.
Coming in from our friend, the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 has allowed us to
Your
share this video.
hoaxamate
He got permission from
coordinates.
Of Mice and Mandrakes 100. We're looking at this incredible sighting over Lake Michigan. Apparently, it happened
incredible.
2 days in a row. Watch this.
Could it be helicopters, military helicopters, maybe?
There's another one.
Alright, so initially I thought two things. Obviously, there's planes there, and the other one is it could be military exercise with flares being dropped. But turns out just to be planes. Happens to be an airport right next door to that high rise there. And they're flying towards it. They're coming along here on a flight path, which was seen on previous videos, like UFOs over Vegas, who's one of the main culprits for making these type of videos, and he also had a similar one to this, where they were circling around, waiting for the airport to tell them to come down to land. And of course, what we see here in the videos is little dots, and I'll zoom in and play more of it. But you can see that they're sort of drifting over to the left, and I thought it still could be flares that are sort of drifting in a strong air current on parachutes, illumination flares, with some planes. Obviously, you can see little dots flying around. But yeah, it makes sense that it's actually coming in towards them for landing, and that's why they get bigger, because they lower their landing gear, turn on the extra lights, right, to see the runway properly. So let's see if I can do that with the K key.
Yeah, this might be military helicopters or something.
Behind the building.
So because they're hovering, they think they're helicopters.
See another one?
But they are like in a line.
Yeah, that's not typical of.
I see
Oh,
another
here.
one.
So you can start to see other lights
Hey,
coming in.
I see
So that one's flying away up the top there. It's got definitely a blinking light, so that's a plane.
See that? Flickering lights. Typically airplanes have flickering lights.
So that's a plane taken off from the airport.
Air traffic control, there's no flashing. This one is just kind of just floating out there. You see how they're not moving?
They're moving.
The one to the left is moving slightly. Right now past the building.
So let's have a look at the breakdown.
But it's not a flare, I can say that.
That Scott Brando found online. Using what I tell you, using the apps. This is how you debunk stuff. Now, if they simply had the app on their phone, just hold it up to the screen, they would have seen all the flight numbers as it was coming into land. And it would have shown what airport they're going to, which is right next door. So, yeah, here's a fun now. And you can see here they come. They got a flight path. And coming into the airport. So they're flying towards them. So they must be somewhere over here. Right, they've got to be over here somewhere. Looking out to the sea. Probably right next to the airport there. Because the lights look like they're coming close to them and also drifting off to the left. So the high rise has got to be where they can see the lights coming towards them. So just play the video, a wee bit of it. Scott got it from Mycene Mandrakes 100, whoever that is. So this is why you got to use the apps, people. This is how you solve it. But if you got it on the phone at the time, just aim it at the sky. Flight radar 24 and heavens above. So you can see they're right close to the motorway there. So that means they must be closer to the shoreline. And the airport must be to the left and behind them. Oh. So it's got Egyptian music or something there. So they must have gone back, unlike third phase of the moon, they must have gone back to ask them for their exact location. And then you can add it onto the flight radar software, right? You can do it on Windows. And if it's greater than a week old, then you have to buy a gold membership or something like that to go back a year. To be able to look up old flights. So so this half the problem is getting the right times and dates, right? So you never get it on the big forward channels. So once you get the right data, it all seems to fit into place, right? Okay, let's get on going. So he's trying to line up the video synchronized to a capture of the playback on the software. So whereabouts are they? Streetville. Airports. So I could see a bridge in the distance too, couldn't I? See, this is what I don't like about the flight radar maps. It's not as detailed as Google Earth. And of course, they can't use Google Earth without paying lots of money. So they must be there. Must be there where my mouse is. Because that's what it looked like, didn't it? Somewhere there. Anyway. Good stuff. Someone put the time and effort in. Serious guys, I see cluster flares and red flares drop, but that was just obviously avoidance, red light on the planes, right? Military exercise. So that's what I thought initially, but yeah. When you get lights like this, it's always one or the other, plane lights or flares, right? We get sick of seeing it every year. Every week, every month. And still the fraud channels are not doing proper analysis like this to show people how they can check it up on their phones at the time. Hopefully they'll stumble across this episode or his episode and learn. So the next one is out of order, I think, but we'll just go on. It might be in order, I don't know. Oh, right, it's in order. This one here, saying it's a Cigar UFO. There it is, can you see it? There was a bird that flew by just then. This stupid video is going to end up on Amazon as UFO reports. We're talking
I want to thank the Hidden Underbelly once again for getting permission from the channel SP to share this video with you right now on Third Phase of Moon. Again, we're going to be supplying the original link. We got
don't have to ask permission.
Captured by SP of this anomalous
That's
craft,
what fair use is
cylindrical
about.
shaped. It's incredible to behold, and I'm sure some people might say that this could just be simply a blimp.
Blimp,
Right,
guys.
what
do you think? Yeah, that seems like the logical answer, doesn't it?
That there's no undercarriage under this, no gondola. And if you look to the left of this craft,
how would he know? He hasn't done any analysis on it. But I have. Okay, so here we go. Here's the analysis I done. There's a frame from where he was saying there's no undercarriage. I did some analysis. You can see clearly that it looks like a little bump there. With a side-by-side comparison of the Goodyear blimp. You can see there if I zoom in a bit better. Yeah, you can see looks like it's got a square bit that sort of starts there and goes all the way down to there, right? Which is really similar to this one here. Obviously we've got some digital artifacts and compression and that sort of, and obviously too dark, like this is very dark, so we're not actually seeing the top half of the blimp in this case, and the undercarriage is a wee bit brighter, but you can see there's definitely a bump there. Kind of looks like it's angled in the same way even. And it's turned away slightly probably, and it's not quite the right angle of the Z axis there. The XY is probably correct, but the Z needs to be turned away slightly. Alright, and of course low quality spud cam again, just an object where a telephoto or a decent camera would easily solve it, right? So here's the frame that I grabbed from that one there, where he's saying it's not a blend, a bell end is what he is, blend. So Google couldn't understand what he was saying. It was a blimp, but anyway. So that's that one solved. And of course, Florida has a Goodyear blimp that flies around. How many times have we seen the blimp on their channel now? That must be like number 10 by now, isn't it? Let's see. I'll just open up this. Actually, I'll just close that down. And we can just do a quick search here. Goodyear blimp 2020 or something like that. Florida. They'll probably give us where it's located too, probably. Blimp schedule. So that's where you probably look it up there. NASCAR, Florida, Beach, Speedway. Mostly what they use it for because they sell tires, don't they? Let's see. Goodyear blimp, Florida. Airports. Let's see where it goes to. It's not going to show us. Here we go. And looks like it's got a silver top. There it is there. From a different angle. So it's there. And we'll just zoom out to space and see whereabouts it is. Right next to the beach. Coconut Creek. I'm not sure what they said in the video, whereabouts it was, what road it was going over, but it looks to me like it was going across roads like that in the video. All flying away from it, of course. Where is NASCAR? To NASCAR. Does it tell us? There we go. Let's see where that is. So it flies up and down the coast there. So it's going to be visible for quite some time, isn't it? And Goofon is meant to be going somewhere to the left of Tampa, so he must be going there. He better get his drone up in the sky and start videotaping the Goodyear blimp. And doing something useful with it. Yeah, so that one's solved. And on to the next bit. Let's see. And I think it's them bitching about mainstream media putting up fake videos, which is kind of funny because all these either mistaken identity, mundane stuff, or fakes, as we've proven. Fakes that they receive and also make themselves. We've got evidence they make it themselves. So let's see what they're saying
your
here.
Videos. What's worse is that they're actually sharing fake UFO apps that people could just purchase on their phone for 99 cents, point their iPhone into the sky, and this app will make it appear that there's UFOs being captured on video, but it's all augmented reality. It's been debunked 2 years ago when we saw this.
So let's promoting a Twitter account there. That's upset that they haven't been asked for their videos to and get their name out there, right? What's going on? Is that the same video?
I'm being merging. There's some.
Oh, here we go. Maybe it must be another segment at the end.
There, and I want to know why. They can't say it's a threat, even though they do. They shouldn't, but we've got a major problem here, and it's the mainstream media. What we always do.
Okay, so the problem I see is, a major problem is GoofOn and Third Phase of the Moon in their so-called dreamy panel. Mainstream media we always knew was a problem, but at least they do corrections. But yeah, they have promoted secure teams nonsense before, haven't they? And I'm not sure if any third phases managed to end up on there or not. Don't think so. But remember, they tried to reach out to Fox News and got no go.
And that's the point. The point is they cannot show us legitimate UFO footage. If they did,
and nor can you. But maybe I have some.
They would get in trouble. And when I say legitimate UFO footage, I'm thinking they can't use legitimate UFO footage from the public. It's okay if the government...
Well, let's face it, sometimes they have animation up while they're talking about UFOs, right? I suppose it's quite easy just to knock up some old past videos they've used, even though they should be saying these have been debunked on the screen, so it's a bit misleading to newcomers to ufology. But, yeah, at least they do have a few experts on occasionally. But still, mainstream media is as bad as Third Phase of the Moon, so they shouldn't be bitching about each other.
Feeds them the UFOs because they know what they're giving them. They know we have legitimate
apps. And go to look at this just to be reminded, because something big is...
He states that there's some kind of study going on in regards to meteorite rock that...
I actually did put a video for this up. Not sure if it's on that one. Video clip on the page, but that cuts out... It has a bit where he's saying they should be using Third Phase of the Moon. Whereabouts was that now?
Well, in the upper portion of the screen, they're showing UFO sightings. That one infamous one where, you know, there's black smoke coming out of it. And then they go to...
Okay, so I want to mention the black smoke one. Did we see it there?
This other UFO sighting.
We'll have to go back to it. But the black smoke one is actually just a passenger jet taken off from the airport and hitting a cold layer of air where it creates a contrail, and because it was in the evening when the sun was setting, instead of it being orange, it was turning into a dark contrail. Okay. Unless there's a moon out, it may illuminate it white, which you often see on some of these nighttime footage ones where you see the playing with the contrails as well.
And it shows these lights that appear in a circular formation with the bigger one in the middle, and then they zip off in other directions. It's not true at all. That's totally fake. That is an app that is CGI where you can just add the UFO sighting of your choice in the background of your choice. And Fox is using it, and other agents, MSNBC, CNN, they're all using these type of apps to show that there's UFO sightings happening. But these aren't real. They're fake. How can they not know that that is...
How come Third Phase of the Moon and GoofOn don't know what a fake is either?
Not an app or CGI. Of course
the double standards and hypocrites.
They know. My question is, why aren't they using real UFO sightings?
Here we come.
It's like there's plenty of those out there.
Here comes
they can just come here to
place.
Third Phase of Moon and
go.
just have their choice, you know? It's
trying to plug Third Phase of the Moon. They're bitching because Fox is not using their footage and getting their name out there. But let's see if we can find that contrail one. Whereabouts where they're playing it. See if we can get a still picture of it. Right, was it just before then? No. It must be on there. Pretty sure I saw it. But it's probably only a few damn frames, is it? Off-world vehicle. They plug in that documentary again. Yeah, so it looks like I must have missed it. Just want a still image must be here.
But we call it out.
Okay, let's just. They call it out. They do not. They only call it out when they get called out. Liars. So where's this plane control? Oh, here we go. I knew there was a few frames of it. It's not the best start of it though. But here you go. You can see a plane that come up from the airport underneath and hit a cold layer here, probably at 20,000 feet already. Happens between 26 normally and 38. And the plane will be a little speck in front, and it creates this dark contrail. You can see the sun setting there. And it's nothing to do with smoke. Goofon says it's smoke. It's definitely not smoke. So yeah, it doesn't seem to know much, does he? So yeah. Them complaining. On to the next one. Alright, here's the clip here. Made it in the next tab. But it doesn't matter, I just played it on the screen here from theirs anyway. On to the next video. Okay. So this one's pathetic, considering that they live on a volcanic island. They're talking about a volcano down in Mexico there on the next one. And of course, before we move on, look at the clickbait thumbnail there. Get ready, massive off-world vehicles just caught on film, right? To me, that should be disallowed. How'd they get away with it? You know, other channels wouldn't get away with that if they got flagged, reported. Maybe if 10,000 people reported that as clickbait, misleading. Excuse me. And massive Stargate portal over volcano. So you know it's not going to be that at all, but you can see again it's clickbait and a title, but not a thumbnail this time. So let's just play that.
Is breaking records in regards to the.
There you go. Look, this is the promotion video where they're filming a search and rescue effort off the coast of Hawaii there. Helicopter with a floodlight and boats on the water. Disgusting, really, isn't it?
UFOs to go over. So let's just.
Yeah, look at
what
that.
we're
stupid
looking at
thing.
right now.
CGI.
We've been seeing these kind of.
Alright, so this is a volcano that's always steaming down in Mexico there. I think it's going to erupt one of these days, isn't it? With a big boom noise. But it's quite interesting footage here.
Videos over the past month in regards to explosions that seem to be in the stratosphere, or is it closer to the volcano itself? Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, Blake.
You can even see the debris there in the filters, right? I don't have to do anything here. You can see it comes from that plume of steam, shoots upwards if you carefully watch it. But they've zoomed it in too much here, and then you can see the debris as it explodes, right?
I've never seen.
They live on a volcanic island and never seen this happen. I find that really strange.
Anything quite like this. This is extraordinary footage coming in from Jaime. Love the collaboration. Again, I'm looking at this, and this thing just pops.
This thing shoots up through that steam there.
Pops up out of nowhere and displaces this kind of, I would almost call it like a portal. Like,
but you can only see it if you do the filters.
This is what we're talking about when we're talking about vehicles, spaceships that could harness.
Yeah, so don't want to spend too much time on it.
On the video itself, because of Jaime.
I'm just trying to find one of the better snapshots. Maybe that dark one there somewhere. Let's have a look.
Objects or whatever they are in such close proximity to the volcano. To me, there is a connection. There has to be.
Yeah, you look at this halo effect that produces from this bright light that just kind of.
So you got stars. To me, it's something that shoots up there and explodes.
Comes out of nowhere. What's really happening here is a big question. I do see some sort of other anomalous objects right below that. It seems to disrupt what's next to the volcano. That's what makes me believe what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's called a shockwave and blows the steam backwards a wee bit.
It's actually very close to the volcano, I would say.
So even Jamie Massan doesn't know what this is. So yeah, I did some quick research. And it's known as a volcano bomb, believe it or not. But I thought they would have known that anyway. Let's see. So this is what we got. We got some steam coming up, or toxic ash cloud. And these explosive bombs shoot out. Don't always leave a vapor trail, of course, and like a big boulder of molten rock, and they explode. Some of them hit the ground, some of them explode. So yeah, no mystery really. Volcanic bombs can be thrown many kilometers. Ouch! I think there was one where the tourist boats were filming down in Hawaii that time, wasn't it? And one of these volcano bombs went through the hull of the ship, didn't it? Or almost crashed into the ship, landed right next to them. From a erupting event, and often acquire aerodynamic shapes during their flights. Volcanic bombs are known to occasionally explode. Internal gases pressure as they cool, but in most cases, most of the damage they cause is from impact. Yep. So that was a quick search on the wiki there. But yeah, of course, it's got to be UFOs, isn't it? Okay, we got some snaps here. And you can see here how it sort of almost ejects it out and then blows and knocks back the fumes. But they don't zoom in right. You notice how they crop it. I'm sure they're being deceptive. Alright, but anyway, we won't bother doing too much analysis on that, but you can actually get some pictures of some of these that hit the ground. Volcano bombs. Images. And this is some of them that hit the ground that don't explode. You can see how hot it is inside. That's a funny shaped one. But you won't want that coming towards your head. Aerodynamic shape is a sort of cooling, right? And that's probably all we got, is it? Different colours. And we got one here, and it's not volcanic there, but you can see obviously it got ejected at some stage. Unlike this is a violent one. But that one's sort of smoking. Oh, look how big that one is. 23 people injured after lava bomb. Okay, it looks like I remember seeing that one on TV news, I think. It sort of blew its cap, didn't it? It wasn't like a violent lava one. It sort of just blew, and these bombs come out of it like that. Builds up the pressure. But it's not like this here. Here's one here too. Lava bombs rain down. Looks very similar to the Mexican one. Maybe something's going to happen there soon. Who knows? Volcano bombs, sign of future eruption. I don't know. I'm supposed to do research on that sort of stuff. Types of volcanic eruptions. There you go. That's an early sign of future eruptions. Okay. There we go. Talks about volcanic bombs being one of the types. Eruptions during lava, tetrahedra, ash cloud, volcanic bombs, and volcanic blocks. Okay. That's even worse by the sounds of it. That must be one of those huge big ones. So there are different types, right? So probably volcanic bombs is pretty common down there in Mexico for the type of volcano they got there. Oh, well, if you want to look at that in more detail, look up stuff. Volcano bombs. You always learn something new here. It goes up to a couple kilometers, I reckon, some of them. So it's probably one of the best cannons. So yeah, don't take your boat closer than 2 kilometers maybe to a volcano, just in case. But they got planes flying past it all the time, right? So that's what you see on those security cams, is the planes. They got airports right next door to them coming into land. Commercial airports, because it's a long skinny strip of land there. That's long and skinny, right? That's going to be a disaster when that goes off. The airport's going to be totaled. Anyway, on to the next one. Yeah, so the next one is that one. Let's see, I won't try and ruin it for you. That must be coming up. And let me see what you think about it. This one here. I kind of looked at it and sort of laughed, you know.
Portal. This actually captured.
It's a portal. Portal.
Absolutely, Brent. Doesn't it remind you? And I'm sure maybe people are.
I'm just trying to find the start of it here, but I keep repeating it anyway. I think it starts there. So let's have a listen.
I dare say. But again, I've not seen this kind of phenomenon quite.
So
like
what
this
do you reckon
before.
it is, Area
Very
51?
bizarre.
Before I
It
tell
almost
you.
seems interdimensional. Could it be some kind of atmospheric phenomenon that we're not aware of? I don't think so. This is insane stuff, guys. Are you seeing this again? I'm
Oh,
appreciating
yeah, we're
everybody
seeing
right
it.
now in the live premiere joining us, and we're happy to be chatting with you right here. Blake and Brent.
Of course
are
you are, as
chatting
long as you
with
keep
me
those
as we're
donations
doing this
rolling in.
live, and we appreciate all the opinions.
Yeah,
that people have
so
of this incredible
it's on a
video.
security camera, right? You can see how the lighthouses, the lights over the house, over the road and street, garden lamp here is way overexposed. But if we keep going here, back to the beginning of it, I notice there's a lot of reflection of light here on the snow. And this light here is turned off, oddly. Right, so why would they turn that light off? So obviously it's been staged, right? Because if that light was on there, it probably would blind the security camera. So maybe they turn it off all the time because it blinds the security camera. But look how sort of bright it is there. Okay, let's progress reframe. Is it moving by frame here? Or are they still yapping? Should be doing frames. But Google's not terribly great, is it? Yeah, so what do you reckon it is? It's not doing the frames very well. Oh, here we go. Suddenly they're zoomed in on their software. See, it kind of looks like it's giving off lights.
Absolutely incredible. I'm just
it's heating up.
Still blown away and kind of baffled what I'm looking at here. We noticed this.
What suddenly it turns into really hot. And then you can see this explosion wave coming up, and they're saying it's a portal. how can this even be remotely UFO like? I don't know. Yeah, so let's see if we can step frame by frame. Yeah, it's not going to do it. It's useless. It used to work better than this. Oh, here we go. It's finally progress. They probably got it on slow motion. Definitely looks like it's like an explosion coming from the ground upwards, right? And is it going to update again? And then it's got bigger. And bigger. And bigger. Now, bigger still, and then we get the shockwave after, I think. Come on, next one. There we go. So the explosion's finished with, and then we just got the smoke and gas. Yeah, explosions finished with, and then we've got the smoke gas from the snow. And the camera's readjusted itself again by the looks of it. So you can't see that light now. So obviously it's created water vapor in the air. You can see it's not as bright as it was before. And then you get the shockwave.
Brightness that's kicking off of this thing. What
they did slow it
powering
down.
this energy? This
and then they play it back to normal.
Phenomenal.
Then you can see the gas.
That's again.
creates a little ring of gas that heads towards the camera. So what do you think? How was that done, Area 51? Direct light versus camera. Now I think it's just as simple as mixing two chemicals. One that sort of slowly melts the snow, and then it causes a massive reaction. What does that? One of the metals. You know how metals explode when they oxidize? Normally you get the metals in oil to stop them oxidizing. You've probably seen it in science lab. What was it? Is it magnesium or something like that? Or sodium, and you cut off the end of it, magnesium, sodium, and it explodes. So I think someone cut off a bit of that, piled up a load of snow on it, and just waited for it to oxidize, and then it creates that big explosion, and all the snow goes up. It's probably totally illegal. Let's see, what's the soft metal? Soft metal, is it magnesium? I always get mixed up between it. Magnesium is a silvery white, lustrous and relatively soft metal which tarnishes slightly in air. Magnesium is the third most commonly used structural metal following steel. I'm pretty sure it explodes. Okay, so explodes. I think it's in water. There you go. Explodes in water. Puts the rest of it in. And of course snow is water, right? Burning magnesium water. Reaction of potassium. Oh, it was potassium, the other one. So could it be magnesium or potassium I was thinking of? Reaction of magnesium in water. Okay, let's have a look at both of them, I guess. More science to learn. Going back to school days. Okay, so looks like it's a soft metal.
To minimize its reaction with the oxide. A gray coating of the oxide. As we continue down the column, group easily, it has a consistency of cream cheese. The ionization energy decreases and the metal reactivity increases.
That kind of looks like what happened under the snow, but if you got enough of it.
The reaction is very exothermic, and the hydrogen that's produced ignites.
Boom, see that? You can
we can test for the formation of potassium hydroxide by adding phenolphthalein.
Okay, so that's potassium, and we want magnesium. Now, which one's more explosive? I think it's got to be magnesium, surely.
Table from sodium to magnesium, the ionization energy, we store the metal. Our conductivity tester, metal. If we add the magnesium metal to some water, we notice that the magnesium metal sinks. Group 2 metals are more dense than water. We also notice that there's no apparent reaction between the magnesium metal and the water. The magnesium metal has a much higher ionization than water at room temperature. Oxide are produced. In a period of time, as small amounts of magnesium hydroxide are not hydrogen will increase significantly if we warm the sample. The bubbles that we see.
Okay, so he's warming it.
In order to demonstrate that we're getting a reaction,
the
solution will turn purple due to the formation of magnesium.
No, so it can't be magnesium. It must be potassium. Potassium powder. Let's see, potassium. Probably a lot of this stuff has been banned off the net because people make bombs out of it. Potassium. Snow bomb. Let's see what happens if that comes up with something. Potassium nitrate, that's what I was thinking of. Chinese snow. Fireworks, smoke bombs. Now comes the salt bomb. Okay, that's got potassium, isn't it? For US. Well, let's see. This is how we stumble across stuff that we didn't know before. Okay. Makes you wonder if they should really put this information up for the crazies out there. Maybe there's a secret formula for it though. I know they were thinking of ideas like this to try and break up cyclones, right? If you could do a mid-air explosion, right, it's going to disrupt the airflow, right? And the cyclone gets weaker and weaker really quickly. And tornadoes, of course, same thing, right? But would people allow you to throw salt bombs into the clouds? I suppose if they're going to lose their house. So there's a lot of reading there, but I was hoping for a video. You ain't going to get a video of one being tested, are we? So here's one here, where it sort of goes off similar to the video. What's that one there? Potassium nitrate. So let's try that then. Nitrate explosion. We know nitrate like a fertilizer, right? Is used in bombs. Boom, there we go. That looks closer to what we're looking for. There's that bubble effect that's happening here, look. As it was going up in that video. So what do we got here? Potassium nitrate, sulfur. Ingredients of black powder. There you go. Powdered charcoal. Doesn't take much. I wonder who stumbled across that. The Chinese obviously did, but how they stumbled across it, I don't know. Oh, look, there's that famous explosion in Middle East, wasn't it? Beirut, with the fertilizer. It's got that same mushroom white cloud like we see in the video. So I think it's something like that, or a firecracker, but I think a firecracker wouldn't do an explosion like that. It'd have to be something a bit more fast and violent, right? Yeah. Probably can't have that on Google anymore. And they got so many terms and conditions now. But that's what I think anyway. There's that expanding, very hot that you see in that images from other explosions. So he was saying it was teleportation. I was just killing myself laughing listening to those guys talking about it. They try and turn anything into UFOs or aliens.
Again, we've never witnessed before. This is fantastic stuff. I gotta say, I really don't know what it is. Could this be alien tech, some sort of kind of portal travel system that we're not familiar with?
Absolutely, Brent. Doesn't it remind you, and I'm sure people are being reminded of the Terminator, how the Terminator was able to
double-clicked it.
Go back
I
in
really
time
hate that feature.
via this portal, this time machine. And it looks pretty much...
What are you saying? Oh well, I remember last snowstorm we had in USA, there was a lot of cases of burning snow. Yeah, maybe someone was experimenting. I think magnesium and phosphate. Yeah, it's probably all sorts of combinations, right? That causes a rapid rapid explosion. There's probably, they found it on the web, right, and probably thought, oh, let's just have a play since it's snow out there. A snow bomb. Real explosion. Yeah, probably been banned, probably. And there's other idea that I had, which is very similar to metals, and that's lithium. Could that simply be someone's shorted a old smartphone battery and just threw big snow on it and ran off, waiting for the security camera to capture it? Because that would be very similar, I'd say, of exploding lithium battery. Doesn't happen instantly, but it goes pretty quick. So I want to see before and after that security cam, right? Lithium battery explosion. Of course, all those vary differently too. Oh, what's going on here? I must be leaning on a key or something. Shift key or something. Alt key, was it? Here we go. It's got the same brightness there on that image there. I wonder if we got a video of one. Was it Google? We're about YouTube. When lithium batteries explode. But why they explode? Because it releases all the energy at the same time. Could be aluminium. Could be aluminium nitrate. It's very explosive with water as well. It's going to be something similar. Lithium, potassium, like any of the metals. If they instantly oxidize, can cause quite a lot of release of energy. Looks like I'm running out of time again. Look how explosive that is, right? Why are we getting a sort of ad? Cell should take 3 volts to charge, and they're going to overcharge it, and you can see it's turned into a bubble. It looks like it's starting to heat up there. That one's not explosive though. Thought I was going to see a good explosion. I know I have seen them in the past. Let's see what this guy's doing. That one looks pretty violent. They do dribble on a bit, don't they? Okay, what's going on here? Are they overcharging it? Heating up. If you put snow over it, I like to see what happens if you put snow over it. All that steam would be loaded down by the snow though. I didn't see any explosion. That's another sucky video, right? Here we go. There we go. Boom. Now it's just not violent enough, is it? It's got to be some sort of powder. So it can't be one of those, I don't think. But anyway, keeps you thinking. Keeps you thinking. Certainly not an alien portal. And everyone should downvote that for being complete turkeys.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, let's move on.
Is absolutely
witnessed during this premiere.
Yeah, the next one.
Absolutely, guys. This is what we do right here at Third Phase of Moon. So buckle up.
Buckle up, guys. This is what they do. They take an explosion and turn it into an alien portal for you.
We got another video coming in. I want you guys to take a look at this. This is absolutely phenomenal. Watch.
What do you think, guys?
Did you just see that? Orlando, Florida. Another security cam captures something that again is leaving me back.
So what does it look like to you? Okay, so it's a security camera. What's the problems with security camera? They got low frame rate, so everything looks like 1 frame every second sort of thing on these security cameras. So if something was moving 30 times faster, you'd only catch one of the frames of movement, right? So here we got some overexposure is another thing. The shutter on these cameras open longer to try and get more light in from whatever's radiating the infrared longer. So things end up being brighter than they really are. To me, that looks like a shape of a bird. What do you reckon? Okay, you can see the flapping wings here. Looks like a beak. The head is here, and looks like the tail feathers go this way. Right. No way is that a UFO. Yeah, it looks like some sort of robin, maybe even a sparrow. A little tiny bird, and if you have a look at the video as they play it, it flies from a tree over here. You can see there's a lot of lights over here. I don't know what's going on in the corner there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. What is that? All that light there? Looks like it's from a house. You can see how overexposed it is. Looks like that's a window of a house, right? Looks like it's got a flat roof there. Might be 1 story. Can't see the other story. Looks like a bedroom light on the left side there. Looks like a TV on the middle part there. And it looks like a load of other lights around a couch or settee or what do you want to call it. And of course, they got a reindeer. Or a deer, I should say. Florida. So could it be someone's backyard? I can see some trees there. Can you see some trees? And we can see, looks like a shrub there where the bird comes from. So let's see if we can go forward frame on this one. Hopefully they haven't slowed it down. Come on, Google, what are you doing? I want to see where the bird comes from. Looks like it comes from that tree there. Looks like it's in a bush there, and that little speck of white light there. That's where it comes from. I think they've maybe paused it, haven't they?
Did you just see that? Orlando, Florida.
There you go, they did pause it, the ratbags.
Did you just see that? Orlando?
Yeah, so it didn't look like it come from the tree there. But it looks like it come from the tree in the distance there. And if we keep following it, it looks like it's heading towards So you can see the wings on there now, can't you? Let's just zoom in. It looks like it's tilting slightly towards us here. Okay, just keep on going. Like you can see the wings flipping. Now it's changing angle. Now wings are flipping again. These guys know this is a bird. Come on. You can see it's a bird. Not a Jetson UFO. Looks like one of the Jetsons would have something like that, wouldn't they? Of course, they don't play it down super zoomed and filtered and all that for you. And there it's out of focus. Smudged, I mean. Right. And it's gone faster than the camera is processing. And of course it's lost definition now, you see.
Another.
And it looks like it turned at the last minute here and flew towards where the camera is. So is this camera on a tree? Which would make sense that the bird is flying from tree to tree. There's obviously enough ambient light for the reindeer to be eaten, so there would be enough ambient light for the bird to see. Probably got disturbed somehow and flew from one tree to the other, probably a cat or something. So what do you reckon on that one? Agree or disagree? Okay, so we've got that one. I'll paste that one. Explode in snow. Why can't I just tell the truth? You know, if you're going to be a credible UFO channel, why can't you say, oh, some people thought this is a portal, but clearly you can see it's like some sort of explosion. Someone sent it in to hoax us or whatever, you know. So that one done. And that's the bird one, is it? You know, definitely looks like a bird sideways. Translucent, but still looks like a craft. You see, this is sort of bullshit they tell you. You can see it's not translucent. You can see it's solids there. And it almost has the full shape of the bird there. It's not see-through at all. And you can see it's giving off more heat where it's flapping the wings too. Bird flying from tree to bird. Tree to tree. Bird from tree to tree. Well, it might be seeing another bird. You never know. It could be going into an entrance on a barn as well. Which often have lights on them. So what's the next one? Hour and a half already. Alright, this silly one. Okay, let's play that one. Must be coming up.
Security cam captures something that again is leaving me baffled.
Leaves them baffled, guys.
Some kind of
expert these guys are.
The incredible speeds that it comes into. We're watching it real time. Boom! Straight by. You can see the light. Actually, let me see this here. We're not seeing any kind of light transferring down.
So they get the worst image of it to zoom in on. These guys know what they're doing to be frauds. We'll have a read of the comments on that one if I've got enough time. Okay, this one I thought was fairly easy to recognise. See what you think. I'll probably zoom in a bit on it.
He's losing track of it. Oh, there it is again.
Where is it? Oh, there. There's a little black object in the distance. What do you reckon?
Passing behind the big trees there. Trying to struggle to find it again. We're going to replay the video, get a close look at this thing. What comes to mind is the witch. The incredible videos out of Mexico. Again, this witch-like wispy black creature or mystic, interdimensional. What is it? It seems to be out of place. It doesn't belong there. This is
oh look, it's
bizarre.
rotating
This
around
is kinda
again.
creeping me out, Brett. What's your thoughts on this?
It's changing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the object or whatever it is.
Hell, it's
quite some
gonna
distance
slow
away.
down
I'm gonna
there,
lean
where it's getting
towards
near the
maybe about
tree.
600 yards at the most. It has some distance away from
Oh
the
look,
camera. So
didn't it move then?
seems
It was
quite
flapping,
large in
wasn't
the
it?
sky, and it kind of reminds me of.
What do you reckon?
Again,
It
you
looks
say the
like a
witch,
black
and I
bird
think-
that's gliding on air currents, right? And it's now angled, looking that direction, probably looking for a snow rabbit or something like that to eat. Looks like a bird of prey of some kind, a hawk, eagle.
flying humanoid. There's these aspects that we've seen over a decade.
You reckon it's a trash
now,
bag?
flying humanoids
No.
over the skies. Could this be one of them?
I did actually zoom in here and actually look up some information, what type of birds they have. And apparently this is the type of bird they have in Colorado that flies around the snow. So it looks like the right size. It's got the triangle shape, it's got the long wings on it there, look. It's on an angle, banking. And it's just gliding on the hot air currents that you get, as I talked about in a couple of lives back about how you get the strange air currents, the hotter air that flies over a morning sun over the mountain ranges. And the birds take advantage of it, right? So you can see here it talks about humanoid Colorado. And there it is there in the distance. It looks like it's a different angle there. You see, it looks like it's lifted up to its wings there for a flap. Slight flap anyway. If they've got air currents, they just glide forever. He's saying it's not a weather balloon because it's something like apparatus. So let's go back to it and have a look again. I'm pretty sure it's a bird myself.
Is, around. It's definitely right around the corner when you'll see humanoids being
it's on a banking angle there at the moment.
Pretty soon.
Oh, look, it changes angle there.
For all we know, but
and it looks like it moved its wings right downwards.
According to the witness,
so we can't see what happened.
Could it be some kind of just like
you can see the wind there is behind it. See the wind on the tree?
Like I don't think so. It doesn't look anything like this. Again, it's very strange.
But it's possible that could be one of these. There, look, triangle shape to it. It's got the angles of the wing going up. See the V shape as it's lifting up its wings. So,
would a balloon be doing out in the distance over these Colorado mountains?
But we can't write off trash bag, I guess, and we can't write off flying wing. But I think a trash bag would have a bit more signature. To me, that looks like it's gliding and changing pitch. But there are pictures of trash bags, black trash bag, and wind. Probably could find videos out there where people have experimented with it. Wind is blowing black trash bags wrapped around objects. Okay, this one, plastic bag grabs swinging in the wind. Okay, what else we got? A mocha documentary. So someone's tried something. Your trash bag, sledding, solar balloon. So what should we look at? Okay, let's try the first one, I guess. I think it's going to be more twisty and changing shape more myself. Okay, this one flapping. Yeah, well, that's not what we wanted, was it? Okay, next one. Yeah. Looks like it's going to just flap around. Yeah, so probably have to put UFO in. Long trash bag, object floating. I know, I have come across some better videos than that, that's for sure. I guess might have to look another day. Sometimes you can pick it better with an image. Okay, we've got solar tube balloons. What's that one there? No. Sometimes you get a video fun now. Trash bag and it's got UFO Jesus there. That's funny. Flying. Okay, let's see. You got the flying RC wings. Flying RC wing. You got these ones that actually got propeller on it, which can look like a distant bird as well. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure we saw the angle of the wings changing, and these don't change, right? They're fixed wings that you can get, and you can also get ones that simulate birds. Flying bird. They actually do flap the wings, like this one here. They move the wings up and down. And you just need a black one of that, so that could be something like that, right? That one flaps its wings. Here we go. RC eagle. And what's the other one? Other real birds attacking it. By the looks of it. Yeah, I wonder what that's on. What's that one say? My first golden eagle RC dancing. So it just shows you what they can do out there now with technology. They can fool us, of course. But yeah, you'd think we could find trash bag. Trash bag. Wind high. Let's have a look. No, maybe we could try floating trash bag, trash bean bag. Floating plastic bag. Okay, that's what we should try. Oh, it's in the sea. Okay. Wind. Oh, here we go. See, I think we're only going to see white ones. We want some black ones, don't we? See, I think it would be more shapes like that, changing all the time as it's blowing along. So I don't think it's a trash bag. See, I'd expect to be some obvious signs that it's changing shape. And it's a bit of a shame we can't find a video on it though. But yeah, let's have a quick look. The dancing bag. That's probably swinging around the footpath, is it? That one. Okay, what's that one there? Probably easier just to go outside and throw one in the air. Okay, there's one. Oh, where's it gone? Looks like the guy caught it, was it? Okay. Didn't quite see it because it went really quickly. Not the best. Still, it's a pretty good clip though. It's funny. There's a white one. I don't think we're even gonna pin it today. But I still think it's a bird, because you can see the V shape in the wing changing. Right, what's this one here? Last look. Looks like it's an old video. Yeah. But just look at these ones here. You can see that it does sort of change shape, and it's not got that long stretched wingspan that we've seen in the video, right? Anyway, so yeah, I think it's a
the
bird.
middle of nowhere. This seems like it has a mission. It's kind of traveling in its position, and it seems to know where it's going. It has some sort
See
of
the angle of the wings
technique.
there.
It's not just randomly
Yeah, it's
just
sort of
flying
slowing
there and
itself
bobbing
down a
around
bit.
like some simple balloon.
It's looking for a
I'm
rabbit.
gonna get a close up. I'm gonna bring up the video and see if we can get a better look at whatever this thing is.
Well, I've already
We're
done it
seeing
for you
off at the
guys.
distance right here, and then let's see it pass by, and then let me pull up the close up and see if we can make out if this is some kind of apparition.
So that was the last one, I think. Just some garbage to promote their movie. So yeah, we got through those. It's amazing how much garbage they put out there. Not one of them was a UFO alien craft. Birds of prey. Winter, I guess. Still winter over there, or is it autumn now? Birds of prey, winter, Colorado. There you go. 9 types of hawks. Let's have a look at those ones. Don't think it's that one. I want the black wing. That one's a white one. Good for snow, I guess. Now we're getting closer to the darker one. Now there we go. That looks like a pigeon. Getting closer. Okay. Didn't really like any of those ones. Let's see, what else we got? Raptors. That sounds more like it. Raptors of winter. Interview Turkey. What the hell's that? Here we go. Is that dead or alive? There we go. That's kind of getting close to what we're looking at. Golden eagle. There you go. So there's quite a lot of big birds with black wings down there. Okay, let's type in black wings. Let's come up with that one again. Sometimes it's just easy to go by images. There we go. Let's come up with that one again. 15 of the best birds to watch for in Colorado. It's got to be that one there, whatever that one's called. I suppose we've got to go to that page. What's that one called? Bald eagle or something? What does it say there? Looking at the east edge, Rocky Mountains. Sounds like the right thing. But what's the name of it? I can't see where the name is. What's the name of it? Too much reading. Yeah, just scroll through these ones. Not that one. None of those ones. Nope. It's the first one. And I didn't see the name of it. Look at that one there. California. That looks like a vulture. So whatever that first one is, that kind of looks like an eagle. Let's see, reverse image search that one. Let's see where it comes up. Well, it's come up with Colorado there as well. 10 majestic birds. Looks like the website's taking it from. Yeah, there we go, look. So in the photograph we see an angle like that at one stage. Angle like that. Definitely a V shape. But what is it? Yeah, let's have a look at that page. Could be that one. Okay, that's a different angle look at it. What's that say? Golden eagle. There you go. So that's not the American bald eagle, is it? So it must be a slight variation. Let's have a look. Countryman's joined us. How's it going? It must be late at night time for you now, is it? Yeah, I've got to wrap up soon, but yeah. Hopefully I'm going to get onto John next. Difference between bald eagle and golden eagle. Is there any difference? Size? Here we go. Which one do we go for? Bald eagle is even bigger. There you go. Has a white head instead of a golden speckled one. Okay, there's a white head. Yep. Where's his head gone? What's going on here? We're being taken over. Okay, we need to reduce. Falcons. What happened there? Something happened. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, I don't know what's going on with these sites. I just wanted the picture so I could see what it looked like. Try that one. I think these sites trying to do code and do all sorts of stuff in the background. Okay, so it looks like it's got a dark head there, right? Golden eagle, there you go, look. It's really the same colour throughout. Brown to black. It's got to be that one. It's got to be the golden eagle. That's what it was filming. Anyway, enough. Moving on. Okay. Eagle. Corridor. Not UFO. It's disheartening, isn't it? Wouldn't it be really good to see a classic Mexican hat flying saucer one of these days? What's up? Yeah, not much here. A little after midnight, yeah. Going to leave soon myself, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get on to the next guy. He's a bit more interesting. And I want to try and figure out what he's got in the video. So, UFOs Worldwide put this up, and I was a bit shocked to see that he had put it up because I've come across this person before that claims to be like a backyard astronomer that's built his own telescope. And you know how if you just get the optics and the mirrors misaligned, you get all sorts of crazy artifacts happening. So let's have a look at UFOs Worldwide one, and let's see if we can break it down. Looks like we're going to run over 2 hours again. I won't unmute it. So that's this first image. We'll just go through it first and then replay it. And there's the next one, which is meant to be these large spaceships in deep space that NASA knows about, and everybody's covering it up in the government. And that crazy looking one. Okay, so let's see if we can figure them out together. That one looks a bit faded. Klingon warbird. What's that one look like? Egyptian head. It almost looks like a parrot, doesn't it? Like a beak. A blue parrot with the long fins coming down. It kind of makes you wonder if it is actually, but anyway, just carry on. What's this one? Looks like a splash of paint, almost. Long exposure, maybe. Okay, let's just keep on going. Okay. As you know, if you film the sky, sometimes you get planes that fly in front. Rubbish bags and balloons and bugs and birds and bats and what else? Yeah, it kind of looks like a strange one, so just keep on going. You think if you got a high power telescope, right, you would be able to get better pictures than this. Was it always blurry and smudgy, right? Especially if you've got a P1000 that's taken burst mode, 8000 maximum quality sensor images per second, and then you just run it into a film, because obviously you don't need sounds, which video gives you sound in 4K or 8K or 1080p. That one there, again, looks like it could be something natural. We'll come back to it. Okay. Again, that could be something natural or something man-made. In the sense of it could be one of these crazy Marla balloons. That there's just an absolute mess. But yeah, we'll come back to that one. And looks like the same again. So, would you say any of those were UFOs, guys? And disappointing to see they exist there. Yes, they do exist. Who's they, though? So the first one here, what do you reckon it is? Cam UFO. Let's zoom in on it. See if we can see any detail. Looks like the battlestar Galatica, is it? What do you reckon out on the sides there? And why would it be a strange colour like that? Okay, it looks could be multiple images, and let's just grab that, run it through the editor. As we know, cameras have artifacts that are produced because they're not fast enough at processing all the colour information quicker than objects move. Okay. So what do you reckon this first one is? Anyone want to have a guess? Do you think it's a UFO? What do you reckon? So to me it looks like it could be a rolling shutter effect. Looks like if we break it up into segments here, looks like there's a segment runs that way. Probably need to change colour. Looks like there's a segment that runs wrong place, probably further along. Looks like it runs through there. Looks like it may be going on an angle. And looks like there's a segment there. And the last segment there. So it looks like it's an object that's moved across the sensor. And roller shutter is probably left to right. So it's moving faster than the roller shutter is processing it. So as it's processed that one, it's moved slightly ahead of the scanner, and it's processed the next one. That's why it sort of starts, if you look at it vertically. So we need to type it in vertically, but rolling shutter goes like that, normally in chunks. So that probably would be 1 or 2 there, probably. Scan rates. And then there'll be another chunk comes down here. There'd be even space. I'm just sort of guessing it at the moment. Another one there probably. And objects moved into those frames with some motion blur. It's sort of not straight there, but then the other one would be there, but that one's gone crooked. Okay, so that would be the roll and shutter effect as it's moving across. But you can see here, looks like it's something that's got a bright middle and almost looks like it's got wings coming off. Right. So is it man-made or natural? Or is it something like Battlestar Galactica? Yeah, so it was Battlestar. So we just follow the evidence anyway. So let's see. I want the ship. The ship, the mothership. Oh, I can't tell. Mothership. I suppose it's called that. Here we go. So there it is here. And it's got these little ribby bits coming out, right? It's got the bright bit at the start. And you got the wing bits either side coming off there, which is similar to that. The front of the ship, then the wing bits coming off the side, and then the end bit. So it's funny how we can see things like that, you know, and we see things in images. There's a top view of it. You can see the ribs here. Good series anyway, if you've not seen it. There's a old version and the new version. I kind of like the old series. The remakes are always never as good, I don't think, but they've got better effects. So yeah, what I'm thinking of, it could be a satellite that he's got here, because it's got similar things. So let's look up a satellite. And of course we got a load of these in orbit. How many does it tell us here? How many orbit Earth? As you know, it's pretty packed out there. 3,000 active satellites. So how many dead ones are there is the question. Probably 3,000 more. Satellite heights, and of course they're at different heights as well. Some are geostationary and some are not. Largest satellite orbits in Earth do so at altitudes between 160 and 2,000 kilometers. Okay, so he could actually be seeing a satellite that's at 2,000 kilometers if he's got a crazy magnifier on his equipment, right? I wonder if we got any images on that. Orbits. Not really. What's that one say? I was hoping to get a picture of the globe or something. I suppose there is a website that plots debris. I'm not sure if I've got it bookmarked or not, so let's have a look. Space weather? No. Space dashboards. Could be on that one. Let me just have a look. Shows what's orbiting us at the moment. I think it uses a wee bit of CPU though. Okay, that's obviously live feed from the International Space Station at the moment. So you could, there's the path that that's taken. What have we got here? So I was hoping for space debris, deep space network. I'm pretty sure I had something for debris. Whether it's here, I don't know. 7 people in space. Menu. Okay, maybe not. Space debris live. One of this one. Let's have a look. Stuff in space. Let's have a look. Looks like it's doing something. This one's going to take a while. Oh, there we go. So he could be filming any of that junk in space here up to 2,000 kilometers. Okay. Of course he's going to capture something, right? The odds are you're going to capture something on the telescope recorded all the time. Some of them are going to be slow moving, some are going to be fast. Okay. And there's also what they call the highway of satellites, which is a dense band of them. I suppose that's it there. And you can actually put your cursor on any of those, and it comes up. I'm not sure if I got that one bookmarked or not, but we'll do that now. Just add it here, so we can just get it next time we want to look at it. Is the audio sounding alright still? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds alright this end. Gotta watch out for that horrible crackle. I thought it was give us a picture, but it hasn't given us a picture. Stuff in space. It's probably been banned from getting a snapshot. But anyway, I'll just carry it back on. So I was looking at pictures of satellites. Satellite designs. And there's going to be a few of them. So obviously a lot of them are going to have mirrors and satellite dishes on the front, so you can see how big they are. So let's grab one. Some are like little boxes, some of them are circle. That's a boxy one. Some of them are circles. That's a boxy one there. That's a fairly big one. What's that one? Doesn't say. International Space Station. We got the Hubble. Look at that one. It's got 2 transmitters on it, or receiver and transmitter probably. Hubble again. One that looks like a box. Another boxy one. Another boxy one, you see? You see what I mean? There are all sorts of different designs. So, what's the standard one? Iridium ones. So let's type in iridium. They're normally the brightest ones. That's what people see flying overhead mostly. And International Space Station. Why are these ones so easy to see? Well, you can see they got such big solar panels on them. You see here. So let's look back at an image. So are we looking at a T shape like that? I think we are, you know. So therefore we need to get the one in the right angle here. Probably that one. Then we can overlay it and just see as comparison. I just want a plain one that's like a graphic or something. As if you can get something like that, you know. Let's see, ping. Here we go. So, can we work with those ones? Let's have a look. Which is best? Wrong angle. We haven't got much to choose from. Yeah, let's grab one anyway. But as we noticed, they can have different bodies, circular, squares. This one's sort of like a wedge, I suppose. So let's drag it on there and see how well it matches up. So we'll probably have to rotate it. You can see where I'm going. And it's flying along. Yeah, for some reason it hasn't reflected light here, maybe because it cloud in the way that he's filming through. You got to remember he's filming through atmosphere. The sun angle may have changed because the changing angle of motion here, but I think you can see where I'm going. Obviously this might not be the right one. Like I said, we've got lots of designs to choose from. Can we erase most of that? It's not too bad. That will do, I suppose. Now we're working with gasoline. There you go, guys. What do you reckon? Now zoom out, because I've lost the grip angles here. Now you got to remember, overexposing maybe too big now, but I don't think so, because the white bits are not meant to be there. So I think that's what's happened. There it is, there. And it's moving this way probably. Oh no, we worked it out the other way, didn't we? So it's coming to here, and it's moving across the frame. But it's moving at such a fast rate. It's probably pretty close in orbit, this one. So he's got it there. And then that's moved on before the sensors processed it all. And that's why it looks like it's all joined together here, because that's the way the camera artifacts are, right? And then it's moved along there and there. So whether the guy legitimately thinks he's filming spaceships in the sky, which is possible, but now we got all these apps, right? Heavens Above, and all these backyard guys know how to use those apps to work out where the satellites are going to be, so they don't get in the way of their filming of planets and stars, right? or they turn it off before the things get in the way. But you can see there's a lot of stuff in space there that can get in the way of their filming, and this is a pointing thing. So you reckon I think I nailed that one, the first one? People still awake out there. So that's what I think anyway. May not be 100% perfect there in size and that, but it's pretty close. You got to remember you'd probably blur it. Planet Plasma. Now I'm not sure if anyone's analysed this guy before, but this guy from New Zealand with a couple of degrees in science and computer science is doing it for you. Self-taught on this video software here, and run a computer CAD-CAM lab for many years, and tutored university students. So this is who you're dealing with. You're not talking with some talking head called Blake Cousins here. You're talking to someone who's actually skilled. And I would say I was an expert in my field because I've got qualifications that prove it. So yeah, blurs. I got a section on blurs here somewhere. Must be under effects. There we go. And we got so many to choose from. So, but I think it's got one that simulates motion blur, directional blur. So I haven't mucked around most of them, but I normally just stick with the standard blurring. You can blur it like that. You can see where I'm going. Okay, so he's got it out of focus. And then you could muck around with the light sun reflecting off it. With color curves, probably can do that. Let's see, what else we got here? There's a lot of options, a lot of things I haven't mucked around with. Software saturation. Okay, let's see what that one does for us. Oh, and lots of options here. From to. Okay, let's just play around with it. Oh, there you go. So we can make the mirrors reflect the sunlight. Oh, there we go. Getting that browny colour. Oh, there we go. We're getting the middle bit being brighter here, and we're getting the wings. Something like that, I'd say. What's this one up here do? Makes it less dark. So that one's not too bad. Okay, let's see what else we got. Levels. This one looks complicated. Input, output. Okay, that makes it darker or brighter. But yeah, we won't waste too much time on it. I think we sort of nailed that one. Roll and shutter with motion blur. Or some sort of satellite with the thing here, and here we don't see the detail because maybe it's in a way of a cloud or something like that, because we're filming through atmosphere. So let's just save that sucker and move on to the next one. I suppose I might do this one up to 3 hours. Let's see how long we got. Oh, I should be having dinner. We'll see. Maybe we can resume this one on another day, because we started it, maybe that'd be the best thing. So this is John, what's his name? Lenard Walson, number 1, I believe, is a satellite, and not some sort of UFO mothership. No. Awake. Okay, I didn't get much sleep myself. It was a really hot night, and like I said, I forgot to take my insulin, which made me get up and down all night having a pee, of course. Okay, we can get rid of that one now. Okay, that went alright, didn't it? Okay, the next one. Now, he's got a website here with lots of these images that he films all the time. But the problem with these guys is if they don't use their apps right, and they haven't got the tracking software side by side so they can see in real time if something's going to pass in front. Also planes, like this could be a plane with landing lights that's just zooming past, right, on long exposure. And could be a meteorite as well. You know, there's all sorts of things it could be. But you'd think someone would call them out on it, wouldn't you, by now? Wow! See, this problem is the people don't understand what they're watching, right? And that's what I'm trying to educate people. Anyone that wants to watch here can get educated and just follow my logic through, right? I'm not, you know, it could be a UFO, but let's look for the obvious things first. Does it match up? If it doesn't match up really well, then we can throw it out. So we've got to go down that line of thinking, right? So let's have a look at the next image. Maybe the next one is very similar. So what are we looking at here? Again, it looks like it's got those long spindly arms. Is it one of those crazy satellites? I reckon that's going to be a bit hard to do that one. Could that be the International Space Station? Let's see, on the wrong angle. I think it might be. Let's see. I'll see if I can get an image. I think it might be the space station, this one. Now, why is it double images that he's getting here? Well, let's say that he's mucking around with the telephoto that's a loose fit on the front. The lenses are not going to line up, right? And he's going to get like double images occurring. But let's just work through it. And why is it so blurry? Well, as you know, if you don't get all the optics correct, it's going to be blue phase. You know, it's going to be blurry. So let's put that one in. And make it bigger. We might have a look at his other ones another day. And we got the process started on him. I haven't done him before, and I didn't think he'd be circulating again, but obviously he is. Okay, so that's what we got. This is my thinking. Okay, I'm just going to draw over top of it. Now it looks to me like we got something in the middle here. Oh, yeah, it's obviously too big for this image. So we got something in the middle there. And it looks like we got something coming up this way. We've got something coming down this way, but we can't see the other side of it. It's faded. Looks like there might be another bit there. And it fades off too. There's a big chunk in the middle here. I think we got some double exposures here, like reflections, as it's sort of moving through the sky. So we'll just carry on. This one here looks solid here. It's got something on the end. It's going that way. That one. That way. And kind of looks like a satellite gang, doesn't it? But let's have a look at International Space Station. It looks very similar, doesn't it? Oh. So, yes. Okay, let's see if we can match it. So you can see here they can rotate the mirrors on the side here. And they keep adding to the space station too. Once they had less mirrors one side than the other, didn't they? Look at this one here. Now if that was moving across the screen and you're getting double image, kind of looks like there's something going down here. So it just depends what angle. And you can see the mirrors here change different things, and why they're really more reflective at the top here. So this one looks very similar to that image there. So let's save that one. Okay. And you can start to see where I'm going to. And there's something big coming down this way. There's a layer. Okay, let's expand it out, keeping proportions. See that bit coming down looks very similar to that bit that side rather than this side. So maybe you have to rotate it. You see where I'm going? Fortunately, I need to make it transparent. I'm not sure how well this one's going to go, because there's a lot of different bits in it. What's going on here, Paul? I think it's raising too much, doesn't it? Unfortunately. Maybe not. There's that bit down the bottom. It's got that there. The panels are this direction on those ones. Big panels are up there. So they've got 4 that side too. How good is it? I think it's mostly there. Got some bits of space in the way there, but it doesn't matter. So we need to scale it up really. I should have got rid of my lines first, probably. Zoom in, zoom out. But it looks like it's going to be bigger. It's going to be a lot bigger. So could he have stretched it so it's not kept the proportions this time? That's possible. He may have bad misaligned optics where it sort of stretched it. That would make a lot of different things. So let's see. Let's simulate that. Not keep proportions. Well, it kind of lines up there. Now this is stupid how it makes this too big. You could have stretched it, you know. So really you need to get these mirrors bigger still. Soon to infinity. Yeah, I think probably have to redo this one. It's sort of lining up now though. And we know where the mirrors are going because I drew the lines on. There's that bit there. That's that bit going up there. Okay. I'm going to wrap up soon anyway. Looks like I got dinner call. Yeah, sort of mucked that one up though, didn't I? Okay, let's go back. Probably should have copied that layer. Deleted it. Oh, I'm there. Too zoomed out now, you see. Alright, so let's zoom to window. Paste. New layer. Let's scale it up without. Is it? That's not correct, is it? Yeah. Let's try that again. I think I rotated it, didn't I? There's that bit going up. Definitely looks like the right thing. What I do to get it, you know, convincing. Yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? You know, people make mockery of the hours I spend doing this, but you can't deny the end result, because they're too lazy to do it. Okay, deselect. Now this is where we need to zoom back out. So we got the thing here. Okay, we need to stretch it. And there we go. Maybe too big now. Zoom to window. Probably too big. Yep. Too big. Looks like it might not be the right angle. Slightly out of skew with. Need to be able to see through it better. Okay, there's that bit going up there. And of course we know they can rotate these any direction they like. 360 that way, and also around the base. So that makes it a bit more complicated. And of course we've got that annoying space debris there. That's close. Oh, I missed out an E there. Oops, that's like, what was that there? I'm not sure if that was a mirror now. You're probably taking too much off, Paul. Okay, it's almost lining up there. Probably have to do complicated zooming. Like that. There we go. Yeah, the angles are going to be a bugger. Look, gotta be something like that. I think it's the International Space Station. That's sort of been stretched. It's going to be around more, isn't it? Whoop, it disappeared. Yeah, I don't think we can get it with just that picture. Still lining up though. If we just move it around. So there's that bit at the bottom with the thing going through the middle here. And it needs to be rotated around a wee bit. But where the main part of the station is, that's where it's bright there, right? And the mirrors running. I'm pretty sure it's a space station, but somehow he's managed to warp it. And they've changed the position of the mirrors for the sun to charge their batteries in space. Let's zoom out again. Can we rotate it a little bit? It needs to be bigger again. Yeah, it's wrong. It's very hard to get it right. But I think I'm on the right track there. So that one would just have to agree that it fits 80%. International Space Station. But now I've got to wrap up because I've got dinner call time, unfortunately. And there may have been a better picture that we could have used with the space station. And this is a thing where it's life investigation, right? So yeah, we'll carry on with the rest of it next time. And have a look at the other images. Now, I have found some stuff on the sky before I go, which talks about him being a UFO hoaxer, but maybe he didn't start off being a hoaxer. Maybe he thought he was filming genuine stuff, right? And in the end, these guys start to see all the fame they get from it and the money that they're making from it, that they carry on with the thing once they realise that they've captured normal space stuff and junk and satellites and space station. So he may have turned into a hoaxer. And maybe he started off being legit, but then money and fame got to him. Some people are saying he's using a LED flash torch here, so maybe we'll go through that next time, see what they're talking about. And another one here actually backed up what I said initially, that it was here somewhere, talking about they're saying he's hoaxing it with lights, but I don't think so, because that did look like a satellite and that did look like an International Space Station. But I'm pretty sure here someone backs up what I said, that it's misalignment and things in normal space that he's filming. But yeah, we'll go over it in more detail next time. Whether he's got up the video next time doesn't really matter, because we've got where he got the images from here, so we can always look over his channel for more. So that's next one, is it? Again, kind of does look like a space station again, doesn't it? But it didn't part of it there. It could be a satellite that is sort of blurred. If you move the telescope as you're snapping it. Anyway, we'll carry on next time and see where we go from there. So I'll just say good night for now, and there's always stuff to look at, isn't there? And it's super hot in here. Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. I think we got up to 4 or 5 there at one stage. That's abnormal for my channel, because no one likes a debunker. Unfortunately, I'm a truther and not a debunker, but debunking is part of the course, right? I would love to see classic flying saucer in some of these, but it doesn't always work that way. So yep, just winding up now before the 3-hour mark. Again, we're trying to reduce those 3 hours. But it's not working because there's just so much material to get through. And once you're in the flow, you're in the flow, right? But I'll add chapters to it so you can sort of skim the different parts. But I'll be probably doing that up to midnight, another 6 hours from now. Yeah, I'll just end this early, I think. Gotta get going. The Kiwi shutting down the studio there. Turning off the power.